We're working on a possible licensing deal with a very big company. We have been accepted into what's called the Clean Tech Open. It's one of the biggest international accelerator programs. You'll be hearing lots of update about that in the future. I've been doing these little character profile segments for people that work in the company. So we're going to continue that trend. And today we're going to see Pachia.
I am Pachia and I write the firmware for the Tekdaqc. I need to be able to program in C. I need to know some basic circuits, debug and test the Tekdaqc, be able to read data sheets so that I know what a chip or microcontroller or a sensor. I need to know how they work, how to communicate with it, what they do. Any other skills that I need really depends on what I'm working on. Because the Tekdaqc use Telnet, I needed to read up and do some research about network systems and just simply how much data can I send over and how fast can I send it over. Right now I have 3 projects. The big one is eliminating the need of an ST-Link for me or anyone else at Tenkiv to download firmware into the Tekdaqc. We need this device called the ST. And so basically what I am writing is a firmware that will bypass the need of that. There are actually several ways of doing it, but after some researching and talking to Alice and Zach, I decided that I'm gonna write a mini web server. Basically, the user will be able to update the firmware or download new firmware into the Tekdaqc just through their browser instead of having to be physically connected to it well, that's it. The other 2 projects are updating the schematics for the Tekdaqc and then pushing it to its limit and seeing how far I can push it before the accuracy becomes in an undesirable range. The Tekdaqc is used to measure pressure or water flow rate in the Tenkiv system. Measurement will let us know if the Tenkiv system is working correctly or if it's working at the level it is supposed to. And if it's not, then we will be able to go out and fix it. Tenkiv had a job listing on the Aggie Job Link site. I messaged Joe saying that I'm interested in an internship position there. Joe messaged me back, did a 3 weeks project, and then a 6 months internship. I told him that I was interested in a job at Tenkiv, and so here I am. So I'm not really into superhero, but if I had to pick a favorite, it would be Deadpool.
Okay, cool. Now that that's over, let's talk about climate change. There are essentially 2 atmospheric CO2 limits that we need to take into consideration. The point of no return and the point of runaway warming. We just passed 400 parts per million atmospheric CO2 concentration permanently. This means within our lifetime, we won't see average atmospheric CO2 concentration drop below that number. This is what is generally considered our point of no return. If we don't take drastic measures to mitigate this, we may reach what scientists call runaway warming. This is a tipping point in the climate system. What are the consequences? Runaway climate change is the idea of a large positive feedback within the climate system. When a change in climate systems causes an event to occur which itself changes climate temperatures, this is referred to as a feedback effect. In other words, the damage we've already caused will be accelerating the problem in such a way that even if we significantly reduce our climate footprint, it may not do much to stop the acceleration of warming. It is imperative we avoid this condition. Joe and I are going to a startup grind mixer thing over at the Urban Hive. Urban Hive is like this co-working space just a couple blocks down. On our way there, it's walking distance. Look, Joe's brought the longboard. It's not a boosted board though, so that's not very cool. All right, see you there. This is Jeff,
Hey.
Startup Sec.
Nobody here knows what this is.
No.
The water, bro.
Yeah, I'm so thirsty. Okay. We do a vlog. That's why.
I like that.
So our company's called Tenkiv. It's a renewable energy company.
Okay.
We're using our technology to purify and clean water. And we're going to bring that water to people and communities in need.
Yeah.
So our first project's Afghanistan. After that, it's going to be South Africa and a couple of other places.
So how do you do that exactly? How do you go about cleaning?
Well, our main core technology, or Tenkiv Nexus, is really what cleans the water. We capture the energy from the sun, and we take the heat from the sun and clean the water through pasteurization.
This looks good. Good. Neat. I like that.
Yeah, this is 6-watt solar panel and 10,000 milliamp hour battery.
10,000? How many watts did you say?
10,000 milliamp hour battery.
The mission of Startup Grind is to connect, educate, and inspire entrepreneurs. So we actually have a monthly meetup, and the first hour is more about networking. Then we interview a successful entrepreneur, and then we have more networking. But then we have a couple big events. So this is our big summer party this year, and it's jam-packed, as you can see. And we have a Christmas party. But really, the thing is just to getting people that are interested in startups to come together. It becomes a community. If you need help, if you want to join a startup, and as the director of Startup Grind in Sacramento, I feel like I'm sort of the startup mayor. So people can come to me, and I could say, okay, you need to go talk to this person, or you really need to go to the Bay Area and join an accelerator. So I could kind of direct people to resources and make connections.
Rich has definitely helped us. He made some introductions for us as well.
I've been here for 12 years, and I think more has happened in the last couple of years. I think the fact that we have the city has a $10 million innovation fund, and are investing in not just they're investing in startup connectors, people that facilitate that community. They're trying to encourage people to come here from the Bay Area. Mm-hmm. And the other thing that's sort of interesting, and then there's just all these other things that are acting at once. You have a number of accelerators that have come in, a number of co-working spaces that have sprouted out. And then you add the fact that the Bay Area has really become pretty much unsustainable. And so there's an exodus in the Bay Area. And so we're getting a lot of talent coming in from the Bay Area just because it's just a better quality of life here. StartupGrind.com/Sacramento. Another great resource is StartupSac.com. If you want to keep in touch with that. And then we have fresh cookies here.
Cookies!
Thank you.
All right. I think that's solid.
Well, that's a good way to end it, actually.
That was excellent.